Hello, dear viewers. Patterns. We have patterns all around us in the nature and also in the things around us. Take, for example, this cushion. This has got lovely patterns in it, isn't it? I feel patterns help us to imagine, and it is having a great power of learning. In this video, too, on the lesson year to year, we will be learning about the patterns of the skin of animals, the different patterns found in the skin of animals. Okay, get set, let's go into the video.
Here we shall discuss about the different patterns on animal skin. Whose skin? This is an exercise from your textbook. Let us recognize these animals by their skin. Match the animals shown here with the pictures of their skin. Here you can see in the circle we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 pictures where we have the patterns of the skin of animals, and here we have got the traced picture of the animals. We have to match them with this skin. The squirrel, the cheetah, the deer, the horse and the tiger. So let's do. Yes, this is squirrel. Yes, that's the skin of the squirrel, the pattern which is found on the squirrel's back. The deer has got a lovely spotted skin, and that is the tiger, the national animal of our country. Cheetah, again a spotted pattern on the skin is found, and this is the skin of the animal zebra. The different patterns on the animals are due to the hair on their skin. This beautiful design which we see on the animal's body is because of the hair, the pattern of the hair on their body. Now here I have given one more exercise. Let us recognize these animals by the skin. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. We will do this first one. What do you think? Whose skin is this? Yes, very good. The giraffe. The second one, this one is whose skin? Can you tell me? Yes, it is the tiger. And then the next one, yes, we can see that the next one belongs to elephant. And this, the last one in this group, yes, it is the pattern found on the skin of the snake. Here the first one, where do you see the skin? Ting, ting, ting. Yes, the cow. And the next one is the zebra, which we did just now. The leopard or the cheetah is the next one, and these are the beautiful feathers of which bird? Yes, the national bird of our country, peacock. Well done, children. Now here you might have seen some of the animals given below. This is again an exercise from your textbook. In the box we are seeing there are so many names of animals like fox, elephant, sparrow, pigeon, frog, crow, peacock, pig, mouse, cat, buffalo, duck, hen, camel, lizard and cow. What are we to do? Put the names of the animals in the table below. You can see there is a table here. What are the headings? Ears can be seen, has hair on skin. Ears cannot be seen, has feathers on skin. So we have to classify these animals and write them in the table given below. Now let us go to the first one. The first one is fox. Where should I put the name of the fox? Can we see the ears? Yes, of course. Does it have hair on the skin? Yes, it has hair on the skin. Next one is elephant. Again, elephant, we can see the big leaf-like ears and it's got hair. Elephant, the ears cannot be seen. Impossible. We can see the ears of the elephant from very far away. It doesn't have feathers. Next, we have sparrow. Sparrow, can you see the ears? Oh no. It has got hair. Oh no. Ears cannot be seen. Yes, and it has got feathers on the skin. Next, we have got pigeon. Similarly, pigeon is also a bird. We cannot see the ears and it has feathers on the skin. Next, in the second line, the first animal is the frog. Ears can be seen. Oh no, it has got hair. Not at all. And so, it has got feathers. Oh no, it has not got feathers also. So, where will we write frog? Only here. Ears cannot be seen. Crow and peacock, they are again birds. So, same like sparrow and pigeon. ears cannot be seen, has feathers on skin. Next comes the pig. Yes, we can see the ears of the pig. We have done an exercise in video 1 also, isn't it? And it has got hair on the skin. Mouse also, cat and buffalo. All these are animals whose ears can be seen and they have hair on their skin. Next is the duck. Oh no, the ears cannot be seen and it has got feathers also. Hen also is a bird. Ears cannot be seen and it has got feathers on the skin. Camel. We can see the ears and it has got hair on the skin. So we will write it here. Lizard. Ears can be seen? No, I showed you the picture of the lizard in video 1. It has got hole-like ears. It has got hair? Oh no, it has not got hair. It has got feathers? Oh no, it has not got feathers. So where will we write the name of the lizard? Ears cannot be seen. Well done. Cow. Cow is an animal who has got ears. Ears can be seen and it has got hair on the skin. So we will write it here. I hope this exercise is clear to you all. Next, the same animals which we have classified in the previous page, in this page, what we have to do, there is an extended exercise. What we have to do in the next exercise, find out and write the names of the animals which give birth to young ones in red box and the names of animals which lay eggs in the green. Yes, this was the page which we were doing and we have already classified the animals. Now if you see these animals which are here, all these animals whose ears can be seen and have hair on their skin, they give birth to young ones. That means they have their babies. They give birth to babies, the young ones. And all these which are this side and which ears cannot be seen and have feathers on the skin, and some of them do not have the feathers, these lay eggs. Okay, so let us go to the next page and let us do this exercise. So all the animals which give birth, we will put it in the red box. That is the fox, the elephant, pig, mouse, cat, buffalo, camel and cow. And the animals, the names of the animals which lay eggs, we will be putting them in the green box. Sparrow, pigeon, frog, crow, peacock, duck, hen and lizard. So this exercise is also very clear to you all now. So what did we note? The animals whose ears we can see and have hair on their body, these animals directly give birth to young ones and are called viviparous or mammals also. For example, cow, dog, cat, buffalo, lion, tiger, fox and elephant and so on. And the animals who do not have ears on the outside and do not have hair on their body, these animals lay eggs and are called oviparous. For example, birds, all types of birds, hen, lizard, some insects. Okay, clear? Now here are some examples of the viviparous. Viviparous are the animals which give birth to young ones. And oviparous are the animals which lay eggs. So I think it's clear now. Okay, so what was the main thing? The animals whose ears can be seen, whose ears you can see, and they are having hair on the body, give birth to young ones. These animals whose ears cannot be seen, they lay eggs. Now children, here there is a very interesting exercise here. Paste a picture of your pet and write. Have you ever kept a pet? Or do you know anyone who keeps a pet? If you do not have, or if you do not know anybody who keeps a pet, you can just imagine. You have done it in class 3 also. And what you have to do? just paste the picture of the pet you would like to have. If you do not have, you can just imagine, oh, I would like to have a dog as my pet, small puppy, or maybe a small kitten, or a parrot, anything which you want. You can paste the picture of your pet. Which animal is it? Does it have a name? You can give it a name. What is the name of your pet? Who gave it this name? You gave, or your parents helped you, your friends, your grandparents, anybody. What does it like to eat? How many times a day it is given food? When does it sleep? For how long does it sleep? Is there any special way to look after this animal, and how? Does it get angry? When? How do you know it is angry? A very interesting exercise. Please try this and do it on your own. We can share it in the class. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, children. Be happy. Keep safe. Bye.